Donald Trump is claiming he has ended 6 or 7 wars.
If you look at the 6 deals that we made peace and long-term, long-running wars, I didn't do any ceasefires. If I weren't around, you'd have right now 6 major wars going on.
I've solved 7 wars. We ended 7 wars.
President Trump has brokered, on average, about 1 peace deal or ceasefire per month during his 6 months in office.
But what and where are these wars, and has he really ended them? The self-described President of Peace has claimed credit for resolving the conflict between Israel and Iran. In June, Israel launched strikes on Iranian nuclear sites. Iran then launched retaliatory strikes. For a time, all-out war looked possible. The US then directly joined the conflict, with American planes dropping bunker-buster bombs on Iranian nuclear facilities. Trump then claimed it was my great honour to destroy all nuclear facilities and capability and then stop the war. After the US strikes, the tit-for-tat between Israel and Iran did largely come to an end. But experts say Qatar played the lead mediator role, with some help from Washington. And the ceasefire is far from stable, as Israel says it retains the right to attack Iran again if it begins to rebuild its nuclear program. Trump also says he ended a long-standing conflict between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda. Rwanda is accused of backing the M23 rebel group. Rwanda claims Congo cooperates with hostile militias operating near the border. Fighting intensified in the last year, creating a humanitarian crisis and raising fears of a regional war involving neighbouring countries. The US was involved in mediating a ceasefire.
This is a tremendous breakthrough. In a few short months, we've now achieved peace between India and Pakistan, Israel and Iran, and the DRC and Rwanda.
He hosted leaders from Rwanda and the DRC at the White House, where the two countries agreed to work on humanitarian, border and security issues. While Trump did play a key role here, war has not officially ended, and amid an unstable ceasefire, violence hasn't fully stopped. In July came another conflict involving contested borders. Tensions that have been bubbling for centuries escalated between Thailand and Cambodia as troops exchanged fire along the border, with each blaming the other for starting a fight that led to the deaths of several civilians, displacing hundreds of thousands. Trump refused to negotiate a trade deal with either country unless fighting stopped. An unconditional ceasefire was then reached at talks mediated by Malaysia. Then came, you guessed it, another truth post. Trump wrote, "Just spoke to the acting Prime Minister of Thailand and Prime Minister of Cambodia. I am pleased to announce that after the involvement of President Donald J. Trump, both countries have reached a ceasefire and peace. I am proud to be the President of Peace." That peace is a fragile one, but fighting has stopped. Trump also claims credit for ending conflict between two nuclear powers, India and Pakistan. May saw the fiercest fighting for years between the two neighbours after a terrorist attack in the contested region of Kashmir. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "After a long night of talks mediated by the United States, I am pleased to announce that India and Pakistan have agreed to a full and immediate ceasefire. Congratulations to both countries on using common sense and great intelligence." But India consistently denies US involvement and says the agreement was made with Pakistan and not Washington. Pakistan has also not confirmed US involvement. In Eastern Europe last year, tensions flared between Serbia and Kosovo in what the EU called the most dangerous escalation in years. Kosovo declared independence in 2008, but Serbia doesn't recognise Kosovo's autonomy. Trump invited Serbia's president and Kosovo's prime minister to Washington to de-escalate. Afterwards, Trump announced in an Oval Office briefing that he'd stopped another Balkan war.
I have a friend in Serbia, and they said we're going to go to war again. And I won't mention that it's Kosovo, but it's Kosovo. But they were going to have a a big-time war, and we stopped it. We stopped it because of trade. They want to trade with the United States. I said, we don't trade with people that go to war.
However, US mediation was secondary to the European Union's long-running dialogue with the two nations. NATO also played a role in brokering a stand-down, and overall, Serbia's refusal to still recognise Kosovo means the conflict is unresolved. For years, Egypt and Ethiopia have been in dispute over the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam on the Nile, which Egypt says will reduce its share of the Nile waters and threaten its water supply. As Ethiopia continued filling the dam this year, Egyptian officials hinted at possible military action. White House communications listed Egypt and Ethiopia among several conflicts Trump has ended or resolved, and Trump claims this is one of the wars he stopped. But there was no war, just tension. Washington did try to convene discussions, but the African Union remained the primary mediator. There also has been no formal agreement, and the dispute is ongoing. So did Donald Trump really end these wars? The truth is more complicated than the soundbite.